Hey, what is up everybody? Stevie Breech coming to you with another video. And in this video I just want to ask you a question. What would you do if someone called you today and offered you free tickets to Wrestlemania? Because a year ago, that is just what happened to me. I was the winner of a contest from WWE Comics from visiting their website. I received an email early in the morning that it said I was a winner of 2 tickets to WrestleMania. Basically, the first thing I thought was, man, this is complete and total bull crap. I thought it was some sort of a scam. I thought that they had found some sort of internet site with listings of email addresses. I thought maybe somebody had hacked into WWE shop or something close to that nature. And then I was like, no way, this is complete and total bull crap. I passed the email around to a couple of my close friends in my wrestling community, and basically all of them said the same thing. Like, this is some sort of scam. I didn't get the email, but there's no way. I don't believe it. There was one person that got back to me and said, you know what, man, you sort of need to look into this. There's you might want to at least call them and see what they want. I thought as soon as I called them, they would ask for some sort of credit card information saying that would pay for the shipping of mailing the tickets to me. And I said, you know what, that's a smart idea. I should look into it. Basically, I tried to call them, but it was I believe their offices were either in London or somewhere over in England. So you had to press like pound or the plus symbol on your phone, and my BlackBerry just wasn't doing it, and so I didn't know what to do. So basically I emailed them back. At the same time I emailed them back, I emailed the regular WWE address, and I just said, hey, I got this this letter from WWE Comics, and I just want to know if it was true. Within minutes, I got an email back from the offices of WWE Comics saying, yes, it is true. We are trying to give you tickets, and we need to get a hold of you as soon as possible. So that's when I broke down and told them that I had never tried to call England before, and that I needed them to get a hold of me some other way. And basically said, you give me your number and I'll call you. I gave him my number, and within 60 seconds my phone was ringing, and I was talking to a nice guy over at WWE Comics. He told me that there was no scam. He didn't ask for my credit card information, just asked for my address. Because their tickets were over there in England, he had to overnight them from England. The tickets came on Wednesday, and I was amazed. I was just like, wow. Basically, right after getting the phone call, I came out to the Wrestle Center and I made a video where I was just flat out, I was marking out. I mean, WrestleMania is the biggest show on earth. It is any wrestling fan's dream, and it is something that is sort of escaped me every year. Basically since WrestleMania 17. That was the first one that was in Houston. That was the one that they were building up that was huge. I was living in Atlanta at the time, and honestly I really was planning on driving there, but I think even at 19 I sort of didn't have the skills to put together a budget or plan a trip. So sort of every week it got closer and closer to the point where I was just like, I guess I'm not going, I guess I'm going to watch it on TV. That was a WrestleMania that my buddy Jim and I went to, and I was honestly very jealous when I started talking to him, and he said that he went to that, because that was something that if I just sort of would have buckled down, I sort of wouldn't be able to be there. When I moved from Atlanta to California, WrestleMania was something that just sort of followed me every year. It was close, but I just never sort of put it together. We had the WrestleMania in Seattle, which from Sacramento wouldn't be that bad. We had the one in LA, which is basically what I went to for SummerSlam last year. That was just crazy. If I just sort of would have put it all together, I would have been there, just no problem. Both of those WrestleManias were awesome, and I think 17 and the ones in Seattle and LA were 3 of the best top WrestleManias, and they all just sort of escaped me. It's funny, if you can remember back to WWE Magazine, the one with Vince McMahon, and he was holding the briefcase, and he said he was giving away tickets. He said there actually was tickets stuffed into some of those magazines that they mailed out that you could redeem either for this WrestleMania or for the WrestleMania that's coming up in Atlanta. Honestly, when I received that in the mail, because I was a subscriber at the time, I honestly thought I was going to win the second I had it. When I had it in my hand, I just laughed, because I had sort of put off this WrestleMania with the birth of my new baby. I didn't think I'd be able to go, so I was just I knew that the tickets were going to be in there. And honestly, as soon as I opened it and found they weren't in there, I don't know why I was mad. There was a feeling of being mad, or maybe even being let down that they weren't in there. When it all came together, I was ecstatic. The tickets came in, and I was literally pumped. I was flying down Highway 5. I was driving down to Arizona. I was driving as fast as I could, and I really didn't know how long it was going to take to get there. I was honestly going a little crazy by the time I hit Phoenix. It is a long, boring drive going by myself. They were honestly tickets. I tried to get rid of them. I offered them up to just anybody and everybody. My buddy Steve in New Jersey, he offered to fly in. Tickets were too much. The last minute he couldn't come. I offered him the Gemini. He lives semi-close to me, and I thought I would bring him along because he had made a video saying that he wasn't going to be there. He sort of mistook it because he didn't really know who I was at the time. He thought maybe I was trying to cut his head off and bury him in a box in the desert, much like the Filthy Animals and Ric Flair. But all in all, I ended up just going by myself, and it was one of the coolest things in the world. When I sat down and I was getting ready for the show, these two guys came down, and when they came to sit next to me, I noticed the guy had a superhero sort of backpack that he had. They had like Superman and Spider-Man and all those guys on there. And I just sort of took that as a sign, and I asked them if they were from WB Comics. He said, yeah. He asked me if I was the winner of the show. He honestly told me that he thought I was going to sell the tickets. He didn't think I was really going to be there, and I was like, nah, man. This is Wrestlemania. This is something you don't miss. And so I talked to them a good while during the show. He did mention that the video that I did make where I was marking out about winning the contest, they had found in their offices, and honestly all of them had watched it, and they had passed it off to the Stanford branch for them to watch, about a fan being so excited that they won their contest. And honestly, that made me just a little embarrassed, but that mark-out moment is still one of the videos that I like to go back and watch. I'll link it at the bottom if you haven't seen it, but I was going bonanza. I didn't care where I sat, but the seats ended up being pretty good, and WrestleMania is something that I'll never forget, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so excited that I'm going this year. So for anybody out there, just keep the dream alive. If you're not going to this Mania or you haven't been to one before, all you have to do is just put a little bit of plans to the books, and it's possible. This year shows it for me. I mean, they got everybody's coming with me. It seems like you got Ravi, yeah, Luke Cage, Billy Paz, and I will be hitting Atlanta, and we're going to be going 100%. Hope to see everybody out there, and it's going to be a blast. So good luck to you all.